So, what happened last time?
Is
Oh, the
A lot of
barbecue.
things.
the barbecue.
BBQ.
A lot of things.
A lot of things.
They got asked out on a date.
Oh yeah.
Highlights from last session. Faye finally got laid. I'm kidding. Not yet.
I mean,
She almost got a
someone
kiss.
She almost got a kiss. So close. So close.
did. We introduced the prince to all of her weird friends.
I'm sure he's now even more horrified than he was before.
In some situations, yes. In some, he's much more soothed.
Yeah, he is now no longer jealous of the cat person.
Yeah, no longer jealous of Timbertail. He's all like, so this is Timbertail.
It's actually just a big cat.
Like, oh.
And that was kind of dumb. Yeah, I think it was mostly the barbecue. And
Eris flew like Superman and beat the shit out of Timbertail, apparently.
she just flew away.
She's just all like, Neom!
Just love the awkward silence of all of that.
Like everyone was just all like,
I need to go, and then just my people need me. Fuck.
The awkward silence was just people trying to see if they were gonna hear anything.
Yeah, it's just like, well, she wouldn't kill a bitch, but is it gonna be loud or
it's
quiet?
quiet.
No one questioned it. She just flew away, and everyone watched in silence.
Yeah, it wasn't the fact that she flew away, was like, did she kill the cat? Is he dead?
That's the thing. Everyone knows what Eris is capable of.
It's just all like, we're
all
not even
just
shocked
like
that she flew.
reminded every now and then that she can do these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, like, one day she could just, like, you know, like, just come into, like, the guild and she'd be a completely different color. Like, she just turned her skin blue. And, like, the big question of the day is more like, what does she have for breakfast? Like,
Because why is she blue now? Only she knows.
yeah, like, we don't know. Like, apparently she's not worried about it, so we don't need to be worried about it. Now, if she came in, she was blue, and she was freaking out about it, then that'd be a different story. Yeah, that'd be a completely different story. Be like, oh, shit.
She would be freaking out about it because she's like, I have to change all of my merch.
I like how that's her biggest concern.
She's like, oh, God.
Shit.
But Eris, you can like sell the old stuff as vintage models and sell it for double the price.
It's exactly what she'd do as well.
No, you don't understand. I'm so red on all my snapbacks.
It was like It's like that thing from like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go on.
I was gonna say it's like that thing from Futurama with like the Slurm where it's all like, we'll sell it as like new Slurm, and then when people get sick and tired of the new Slurm, we'll bring back the old Slurm and we'll call it classic Slurm. That's about what Eris would do. She'd be like, yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
Classic
So I think
Eris.
I think it was morning, and we had just like finished catching Fang
that whole
up and everything that happened.
Mhm.
So that's where we're at.
Yes. So, what would you guys like to do?
Oh, did you ever get that list of ingredients, Nick, for Kay?
I do. I do have
that.
that list of ingredients.
Yeah.
So what Diana's gonna do for you guys? She's
Diana,
gonna
I think is
yeah. Diana knows that. What she's gonna do for you is she's gonna go find some paper and she's gonna like write the whole like curse thing. You know, like us in the book. She's gonna
write out the whole deal of the
along
curse?
with the list. Yeah, just so these guys have it as well.
Okay. So, you guys will need a large diamond worth about 1,000 gold.
All right.
Okay, I'm
Chump
back.
change.
Sorry. It's like the call's kind of skipping around a bit.
Okay.
I think it's me. It's been really windy the past few days, so I think the connection's been kind of.
We have so that's a large diamond worth about 1,000 gold.
Easy.
Yep, chump change.
At
You
this
need-
point, yeah, it's chump change
yeah.
for us.
You need an untainted piece of a chromatic dragon.
Oh well.
What does untainted mean?
Meaning it can't have been like, for example, the jerky won't work because it's been cooked
Okay.
and, you know,
But we have a
But
lot of
scales
other, like,
would work.
we have a
scales.
bones.
full black dragon in the bag of holding.
I mean, yeah. So a scale or like an eye or a tooth or something like that.
Or a
Okay,
bone or a
perfect.
claw.
Diana still has like a heart in her fucking backpack. Like,
From
Oh
the first one.
yeah.
the first one. So,
A what?
Kalima!
I didn't hear that. What did you say, Press?
She has a heart of the first dragon that you guys killed, the blue one.
Oh yeah.
And we still have that whole black dragon.
Yeah.
yeah.
I would.
So that's
I would
not a
like
problem.
it if we could resolve the big black dragon in my bag
Yes.
eventually.
Yeah, maybe we can do that today, since
Yeah.
we just before everyone like heads off and goes off wherever we need
I
to be.
mean,
Instead of just having it floating around in the ether of your backpack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like
Before it's-
just a rotting
let's do
corpse.
that.
I don't need a rotting dragon in my bag.
Yeah. it's
just
annoying.
like literally like 3 weeks later, we're just all like, oh fuck with that dragon. Dude, they just pours it out. It's just like a freaking like it just reeks. It's just ugh.
the entirety of passage smells now.
Yeah, for like a month.
You will also need a piece of a soul to trade in exchange for expulsion of the curse.
Piece of a soul.
Huh.
A piece of a soul.
Hmm.
Can I get one from Woolies?
What?
Woolworths.
Oh my
just
God.
Walmart will have it for sure. $29.95.
Walmart will have it.
So do we have any idea what it means by piece of a soul?
Roll an Arcana check.
I would also like.
Alright.
Rolling what?
Arcana.
Arcana.
Arcana? I don't even know why I'm rolling. Yep, I'm not even sure why I'm rolling. Wrong side!
Those 20s though, still.
Again.
I know.
Last time was
I
the
am-
same.
I'm absolutely jack shit.
The dice are really slow on my roll 20.
Mm. So Jeffrey and Diana.
We just
That's-
all officially
that-
just switched over to Jeffrey.
That's okay. That's what you would have wanted.
He's not gonna like every time we ask like Gunther, he's like he just ignores us. He's like, call me by my,
He's making
call me
the
by my
switch.
real name. Jesus.
He's making the switch to Jeffrey.
So you guys know that you can either use a fragment of a soul of a, well, I suppose a willing person who can give it. You would put the soul into the, you would trap the soul essentially in the large diamond. So it could be a piece of a soul of a, suppose an intelligent creature like a humanoid, or it could be soul of a small creature like a squirrel or a bird or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Does it make a difference?
Not particularly.
But
You
what
could have
happened?
the soul of a small creature like a bird or a squirrel, or you could have a piece of a soul of a creature like a person or a larger creature. So you would need to basically have someone there to trap that part of the soul in the gem. So could be Diana could know how to do that, or I suppose Gunther could do it, or
But what happens when a piece of a soul from a person is stored in it, though?
Or rather, what happens to the person?
Yeah, that's what I
Is that
was
what you-
asking, actually.
okay.
That's what I meant.
A person can do that a number of times before it becomes a problem, but a small number of times. So they probably can up to about let's say 4 times a person can fragment their soul like that. And once it gets up to about that point, that's when they start to become well, more how do I explain it? More like a zombified state. Like they become more
You become
Like an
Voldemort,
undead?
is what you're saying.
Oh, not undead.
not like you look like a zombie. Like not like your nose doesn't fall off. But you become more like, I guess, lethargic, and you lose like track of your mind a lot. So you would, yeah, that.
Curious.
At least that's good to know.
Yeah, after a few times, people just go insane.
I figured, like, what happens if it's only one
No big
time,
deal.
though? That's what I was wondering the most. Like, if it happens one time to a person, what happens then?
Yeah.
They might need to rest for a day, but they'll make a recovery. There are ways to improve the energy of one's soul, like through, I suppose, contact with a divine entity or something like that.
It's a good thing no one knows Faye is like in tune with a deity right now. Heroes just like looks at Faye.
But yeah, some people could turn to a religion to have a deity bolster their soul and repair the fragmented piece, the damage that's happened.
At least it can be fixed if that happens.
I mean, it sounds like it would be okay, just in general.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's next on
Sounds
the list?
like. Anyway.
So that was the 3 pieces you needed. Was the large diamond to store the soul. You would need the untainted piece of a chromatic dragon, and you would need a piece of a soul or the soul of a small creature to trade in exchange for expulsion of the curse. Diana would explain that the way it works is you divert the curse from the host through the piece of the dragon and into the gem, and basically make the soul swap places with the curse. Because the curse is a part of that person, and when you remove it from that person, it leaves like an empty void, and the piece of the fragment of the soul fills that void, and thus the curse will become trapped in the diamond. So you would have a cursed diamond.
Oh.
That's interesting.
You just give it to someone you don't like.
Yeah. However, channeling it through the piece of the dragon will use up the piece of that dragon, so it'll just come apart and decay and
Aren't you
be
glad
destroyed.
Aren't you glad we hoard dragon pieces the way we do?
Yeah.
God.
We have
The
bones,
little,
too.
fucking- Aren't we glad that we're just a bunch of little psychos just carrying around dragon corpse with us, like wherever the frick we go?
So what I'm getting from this is when we meet Winter Pierce, he's going to be missing a body part.
Is he like just like we like use the heart and he's like we get there he's already dead, like oh okay.
Oh.
He's already dead, just like no heart.
No, so it doesn't have to be the piece of the dragon that
No, it has to be just a chromatic dragon.
Yeah, a dragon of
Okay.
not of the same color or whatever, but of the same type. So it has to be a chromatic dragon. If a chromatic
Yeah,
dragon,
ones
is one
we
that-
kill anyway. So
No, I mean,
Yeah. We have like bones from the previous dragon. We have the whole dead dragon.
the whole dead dragon.
Hold it. Like we just like have
we
a
go up
list.
there to like do the ritual to remove the curse, and like like fucking in front of Chloe's like Gunther just empties the bag and it's a full black dead dragon. Like,
I got one.
Like it's like, okay, we need a piece of a dragon. He's like, I got you covered. He just dumps a fucking dragon in the palace.
Out into like the palace floor, and they're just like, There's other screeches because she knows the damage you've just done to the carpet. I run.
At least the king would have some amusement before he like,
Yeah, I had it imported from Tal.
oh,
So-
God.
Gunther just slaps the top of the dragon and says, "This bad boy can fit so much jerky in it."
I honestly would not want to eat jerky from a black dragon, just
Yeah, that would
because
be
Solar would
deadly.
be able to.
just because of their like state when they're living still.
Acid.
Nick, how he described it doesn't make me want to eat it.
No, thank you.
But just a thing I wanted to say after that Dai gives us the list.
She gives
Gunther-
you a list, and she gives you like a full description of like everything she learned about the curse.
Good.
So you guys will know that as well.
Quick question. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say Gunther mentions that he's got that scroll, but he thinks that it would be like better if we knew someone that can cast a spell if possible.
Would it make a difference?
It wouldn't necessarily make a difference, but if later on the person that can cast the spell is out of slots or
I actually have remove
Yeah.
curse.
no, well, there you go. But if like the person like
Well,
later on
from-
down the line, if you're in a tricky situation, one of you is cursed, and the person who can fix it.
I just
like-
have to take
Yeah,
I have to take a long rest though. But yeah, I have remove curse.
Yeah,
there
it
you
might
go.
be a good idea to save the scroll, and since like Faye can do it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, next right, we should.
The other question I was gonna say though is that because the king has already been cursed and like it could be on to Clovis. Does that mean that we maybe need to do this whole remove curse thing twice or?
So the way it works is that it grabs whoever is the head of the family at that time.
Okay.
So it's at the moment Clovis is unaffected. It's linked to the king,
yeah, right.
and Sebastian is the one that's suffering.
Okay.
from it at the moment. But as soon as he dies,
But if we were
it'll
like
still
to say
go
it'd be too late, then we would have to do it on Clovis, I'm assuming.
yes,
Okay.
Yeah, if the king dies, it'll have to be him.
Okay.
So there's that.
Well, I kind of needed to like get parts of that dragon anyway, so
Why
That
don't we
may be something we
just
could-
take it apart?
I suppose this is the cue for like let's take the dragon apart because we need dragon pieces.
Just like
yeah, we need dragon pieces. I need a part of the
Just-
dragon for my guild thing anyway, so
just like a little montage moment, like just show everyone like just dissecting dragon.
Can we send like the dragon head anywhere to like be like made into like
well,
like have it
Yeah. Like stuffed, like
Yeah.
taxidermied.
taxidermied. Yeah, you
yeah.
absolutely can do that.
Quick question. I'm not sure if that actually falls under like animal handling, but would Faye be able to do that, or is that more like a certain skill that you have to have?
probably a spatial skill.
It's yeah.
I think
is
it
kind of
would-
its own-
yeah, it's
it is
like-
kind of its
yeah.
own skill. I mean, anyone can
Right.
Yeah.
like stuff a skull with stuff and then like stick
Maybe
your
like
eyes on
the
it.
first
but-
thing that Faye should not tackle if she wants to do taxidermy is not a dragon. Just saying, maybe not the best idea.
Have
you seen pictures of like bad taxidermy?
God, it's so bad.
Oh my god, that's what with a dragon.
Oh, for fucks.
How
Just
to
all
ruin
like
your
happy
dragon.
face, just like, I'm gonna take up taxidermy. My first task, a dragon.
Oh.
No
But
big
yeah.
deal.
So that would actually fall under the. Oh Jesus, that would actually fall under the.
Oh no! What the fuck? Why does it have human teeth?
Make it a dragon.
Oh my god!
But
But
yeah,
what would
I
that
think-
fall under?
That would fall under the, I suppose, skill set or jurisdiction of the Rangers Guild. They would have
Oh.
to be able to do that.
does Steve does that?
I can introduce you
Does
guys
more
to
like
Steve.
butchering,
Oh, okay.
but there are people that do taxidermy.
Oh, so bad. But yeah, I think we should get the head and like have it like taxidermied, and then we can save it. And if like we actually open a guild in Windmere, we should have it there, and it would be really fucking rad. Oh, no.
That's the one I was looking for.
That's how like we. That's why we like taxidermy the dragon.
It looks
we put
rad.
it. We put it at the guild like.
Stick it on stilts. People can come in occasionally and sit on it and kick it.
So, quick question.
Yeah.
For this dragon, because I don't remember, but this one has its head, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
It has
It
like
was the blue
whole
dragon that
blue
didn't have a
stuff.
head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Yeah,
did
this one has a hole going
edge-
straight through it.
Like it just
Well-
you did keep the head intact, so it's cool.
How many?
Eh.
Just for reference, how many armors could we make with what we have of the dragon?
Couple sets.
Oh yeah, because this one's bigger, isn't it?
It's a big old dragon.
Noise.
Ooh.
Can you do other things besides armor with like the other types of clothing? I guess.
I was wondering if like we
Yeah,
could
it doesn't have
possibly
to be armor.
make something. I don't know. Like, I was gonna think of something. No, never mind. I already have blue. I have blue armor.
I got blue.
I got blue.
I got
Anyway,
blue.
we should skin it and we can put it away, and later we can decide what to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, we just need like maybe like a couple scales.
For the ritual, just one scale will do.
One
a
scale,
single
okay.
piece
Yeah.
of a chromatic
I'm really
dragon.
tempted
Yeah.
to just like show up like at the prince's like room, and be like, "Hey, so I got this thing for the ritual," and just drop like a big ass dragon heart on his desk.
It would be hilarious.
I mean, you could just use the dragon heart, but it really depends if you want to like keep it still or you just want to use it.
I've had it for a while. I reckon if it was gonna be good for magic, it's not anymore.
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
too late to
I
eat it
mean-
for it's late to eat it to gain its powers.
That was Diana's like plan all along. She's like, "Oh shit, I forgot it." It's like when you forget your leftovers in the fridge for too long. You're like, "Shit."
It's probably all dried up by now, but I mean, it would technically still be untainted because we didn't do anything to it. We just cut it out.
Mhm.
I assume, anyway.
Would bones work?
She has it right there in her backpack next to the Medusa head.
God.
For reference, if you look at your mouse right now, that's about the size of a like the black dragon, like the scales. They're like an individual scale will be about the size of a
Oh.
mouse.
That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
About the size of what?
Like your mouse that you're using at your computer.
Oh, my mouse cursor. Oh, okay.
I want to kind of almost like just keep one. That's actually kind of cool.
You could.
Yeah, you could.
I mean, you
you
can.
have a
Just
whole
like
bunch.
have it hanging in your room,
We have a whole
and
dragon.
then just like whenever you're having a bad day, you can grab the scale and you can be like, I wish with all my heart to
Damn,
live with
Diana.
dragons in a land. And then Dragon Tales themes just fucking plays in the background.
Oh my
Then it just
God.
starts making jewelry out of like dragon parts.
That'd be kind of really cool. I mean, dragon scale jewelry would actually be pretty cool. Just saying.
It would be the edgiest thing, but it would be really cool.
It'd be pretty cool, yeah. We also have these dragon bones that we never used.
I could probably use them for something at some point.
I was
mean,
gonna see if there
yeah.
was like something I can make with like bows or like maybe some sort of weapon with them. Make like a spear with it.
Good.
Anyway,
Just sharpen
so
it.
reskinning that thing, or
Yeah, maybe a good idea.
I'm all
Would be
for
a-
it.
It would be a survival check to skin it, and
Mhm.
you can do it as a team, like all working together on it.
Okay.
I suppose we'll just.
Would it be animal handling or
Survival for
Mm.
the skinning it. Animal handling is more like alive
Hey!
animals.
live animals? Where's my?
Everyone kills the dragons, but everyone can just like have Faye just like single-handedly just skin the thing. Like, okay, Faye, just go do it, do the thing.
I assume we've taken it to that like part of like, I guess it was the woods outside Passage where we did the last one, because you wouldn't want to do that in the game.
Oh yeah.
Simon would be
I feel like this
furious.
was the middle of
Open a
fucking
dragon
town.
in the field, someone would rip your head from your shoulders.
Yep.
Anyway, you guys head like northeast of Passage, northwest rather of Passage. Northeast would be in the ocean. And you,
Just drop it that.
yeah, you find a nice open clearing, about the same place you went last time, away from prying eyes, and just dump out this black dragon. You're like, all right, let's get to work. You pull out your knives and stuff, and off you go. It takes you a good couple of hours to carve all like the hide away from the meat of the dragon and try and avoid like actually damaging it, that sort of stuff.
Pointing out also I want to keep the head intact because, you know.
I also, if no one really wants them, can I have the wings? Because I kind of promised my guild I may just give them the wings.
I don't mind.
A wing.
I don't think anyone else is interested in making like a
glider like I did.
glider, so yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't
I didn't.
I haven't been to a high enough place to use it yet.
As I did last time, I'm going to just steal away some of the claws.
You're
The
stealing
claws?
his toes.
All right. So
What are we gonna do with the-
steal
What are
his
we gonna
toes.
Second time you see
Your
that, I
toes.
just like gather up like the dragon's toes and just put them away.
Hold on, I have the perfect image for this.
We made that
I
same
know
joke
the
last time
perfect
too,
image.
I think.
Jesus.
Your toes. Give them to me. Hand
So,
them over.
so you said
Hold
like,
on. God damn it. I wish my computer wasn't so fucking slow. Internet, please.
But yeah, so that would be how many?
That would be
You see, guys, no explanation. She just takes the toes.
you're taking all the black dragon claws.
Yeah.
So that would be 12 black dragon claws.
You-
Yeah, they have a different number.
Diana has so many dragon toes.
Diana, after every dragon fight now, your toes. Hand them over.
quick question, Nick.
Yeah.
So you say we got the black dragon hide?
Yes, you have the black dragon hide.
I don't want to keep the meat
we
this time, though.
You
Go
don't
ahead.
want to keep the meat?
I mean, we probably wouldn't be able to eat it.
I don't want.
No.
I was gonna
You
say,
get,
like,
the
what are we gonna
previous
do
one
with
that's
the
like,
meat?
when it's jerky, ooh, what does it taste like? Ooh, it's kind of tingly and electricy. Like, ooh, fun. Black dragon meat. What does it taste like? Battery acid. Like-
I feel like I also feel like leaving this there would be like leaving radioactive waste in the middle of like a park. So I feel like we probably should set
Yep.
fire to it when we leave.
Yep.
Gunther's just like, I want to set things on fire.
Well, we could leave the park full of nuclear radiation, or we could burn it down.
Oh my
Either
god.
way,
You just get acid rain like the next day.
yeah, that's all it is. It's fine.
Like, holy shit. Crazy weather we're having. Yeah.
Also, I think
My
like
house
the big.
melted.
Also,
How
I
do we
think
properly dispose of the meat?
How do we properly dispose of the meat?
Also, the stuff.
You can dump it in the ocean, mafia style.
Even worse.
Just like you just see like the party like over by the bridge and passage, just like with a big pile of meat, just throwing it over.
We're just shoveling meat into the ocean. Fishes are just.
Are just used to this shit. Now they're just
You
like.
just see like a bunch of fishes just float up to the surface.
That's what I was gonna say. So I'm guessing we're gonna put like the big stuff into my bag of holding.
The big stuff.
Like, I mean, there's a lot of
The
hide. It's
head.
gonna take a lot of space.
Yeah, the hide. You like. I mean, you guys could like. I suppose like all of you together, like hero carry it like over the top of your heads, like
Back to passage.
back to passage.
It should be really extra.
Yeah, like carrying a massive tarp.
Like, don't fuck with us. This is your
Uh,
only warning. Don't mess with
A
us.
big sticky tarp.
What about what else do we got?
There is the head of the black dragon, the hide, the wings.
Well, I guess Faye's taking those, so.
Yep.
I'm taking the wings.
The
Oh,
wings.
the wing.
The wings.
The wings. A fried chicken wing.
I like to have a dragon wang meal, a side order of fries,
I get that 6-pack of wings. So
and a diet coke.
What about the
I'm trying to watch my
bones?
figure. Yes, so you have the bones of the black dragon as well. There are claws, which Diana has claimed, and there are also
She has the
Teeth.
toes.
Teeth.
Wouldn't the teeth be still on the head?
Oh yeah, there were no teeth left. But well, the head will need them if you want to make it look cool.
Yes.
So let's just leave the teeth.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. So when you say like we have bones, is it like how many bones is it? Is it just like whole dragon bone?
Ones that weren't broken when he died, I guess.
Yes.
I'm sure some of its ribcage went.
Like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, that's true. Some of that shit got blown.
Because I already
the fuck
have dragon bones in my inventory, but it's for the blue dragon. Now I have black dragon bones here.
out. Well, now you can write blue dragon bones and black dragon bones.
Yeah, that's exactly what I
with
did.
the toes.
That's what I did with the toes.
I put the head in my bag if you want it to be easy to carry. Otherwise, you can carry it. Someone can carry it themselves.
Is it small enough that someone could carry it?
The head of the one of the
Diana
dragons-
just walks through town just holding a dragon head, just
Yeah.
nonchalantly.
one of you guys could fit most of you inside the mouth.
Oh my god!
Diana would probably fit. She's
Yeah,
Yeah,
Just-
Diana could fit inside the mouth.
they just stuff it in the bag too.
She just sits in there like, hey, look at me, guys. Propping the top part open, sitting in there.
Yeah, holding it up like, look at me, yeah.
Oh my god!
Flexing on this dragon.
And so that's everything. Or
No, so Faye rolled high enough to know that inside of amongst the meat of the black dragon, he also has his acid gland, which you can
Oh.
like, I suppose, remove and take, and that would be, I suppose, useful as like an acid bomb.
I feel like we had one of those before from the Ankeg.
yeah, I still have it.
Was
Vials of Ankeg acid. Yeah,
No,
this is
We
much
sold
more
it-
potent.
It's still
Can we-
it's
can
still
we-
just a sack of Enkig acid I have.
Yeah.
can we please? That would be really cool to have. Also, Gunther has like acid resistance, so he can.
True. So, black dragon acid gland.
All right. I'm just gonna write that down.
It's not producing any more acid, but it still is
It's
full of acid.
it, Yeah.
I feel like I should
Because he
transfer all
did-
these things into vials instead of keeping them whole in my bag. That's dangerous.
That way, it's like more. It's like a bit more gross when you throw it at someone and it explodes because it's like, it's part of a dead thing.
But if you transfer it into
you like
vials,
the idea of it better when it's like a gross like sack.
Yeah.
Okay.
but if you use it from vials, you have multiple vials, so multiple uses.
That's true.
Nice.
However, another thing to consider is if you just have a sack of acid in your backpack and it tears open, that's some damage.
That sounds like
That's a lot of damage.
That sounds like a Gunther problem.
Well, it's in the bag of holding. It's
Oh
like the bag of it's in the bag of holding. It's not like it's gonna get squished.
Pulls it backwards. He's like, oh no.
False
He just
alarm.
hears like a pop. He's like, oh shit.
He hears a
The
pop.
black
It's just
hole
his
opens
back.
because the bag breaks down.
He's like, oh shit.
It's like that post of that guy, like the rogue, like falls down onto his backpack. Here's a smash.
He, like,
remembers jar of angry bees. Oh no!
I know how
A jar of
make,
wasp, he's like,
some
"Oh,
sort of,
no."
like, acid bomb out of that, like, several ones if we like converted it to something.
I think what we got there is a story that ended too soon.
The jar of bees. Yeah,
Yes.
I want to know about it, about the rest of it, but that's all I remember of it.
Would you know how to make something like an acid bomb out of a? I mean, it in and of itself could be thrown as an acid bomb.
Yeah,
to do
I know,
area
but like,
effective splash.
instead of just throwing a vial, just putting it into
We
something.
can ask the gnomes.
I
You
think
could
we
ask the gnomes.
That sounds like a fun trip to make. Let's
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, we still have that stuff to do. Like once we're all like done with like most of the other stuff, we have that one thing that we had to do.
Yeah, the request from the gnome that wanted us to check for the giant moles.
And we were just like, no. He's like, okay.
Anyway,
Right?
we'll just take it and we'll save it and then we'll talk to the gnomes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Also have that Sankig acid I want to get rid of as well.
All right. So
Right, so we'll head back to town. Is there anyone in town that'll be able to do the taxidermy?
that would be someone within the Arrow Rock Hunters Co. Yes.
I need to stop there anyways, so
So let's all go.
hey,
just wanted
we
to
can
know for the
introduce you to Barhagen.
I just wanted to know how to get rid of the dragon meat before we leave, so we wouldn't leave it there just like that.
Oh, I thought we were setting it on fire.
Oh yeah, but gotta do it so it doesn't set the forest on fire.
I feel like
Oh, yeah,
I
you
feel
can-
like
you
this
can do
poor
that.
man is just going to be like, oh no, she's back. And she brought
He's like,
friends.
she's back again. No. I just
Yeah.
like I want him to meet the party because he's like, oh, she's back, and then he meets all you guys. She's like, oh man, she's the normal one. What the fuck?
She's the normal one. Diana, like in the background, counting her toes. One of her toes, her dragon toes.
Her toes. Diana just like sits in the background, takes off her shoes, like, yeah, what?
Diana counting her dragon toes. Timbertail counting his actual toes.
Jelly bean toast. He would too, probably.
So do we set the dragon on fire,
And we-
or
I think we should like dig a hole in the dirt first so it doesn't spread.
we're gonna make a
Yeah.
bonfire? Everyone grab some marshmallows.
I don't want those.
So you take an extra 20 to 30 minutes to set up this sort of like a burning pit.
Yeah, so we don't, burn up the entire fucking forest.
Yeah.
Because that'd be our
Yeah,
fault.
that'd be
You just dip your banana bread in milk?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do that too.
What's the problem with that?
I just
like-
kind of caught it out of my periph. I wasn't really paying attention.
It's like dipping a cookie.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't quite catch it. I was just checking. That is what you did.
You said it like I was doing like the weirdest thing in the
He's
No, I
just like
just-
naughty the fuck.
I just saw you like dunk your like hand into your milk and then bring it to your mouth, and I was like, "What was that?" Like you just like poof. Like,
Versus like
of
I have
milk
to
and
take the
then
cat approach of drinking milk. You
yeah,
dip your hand
exactly.
in it.
I thought for a second like that had happened. I just had to check. Like, that you were
By the
okay.
way, I'm saying this because I know Kay also really loves banana bread.
Banana bread is
Dude,
great.
the fucking banana bread they sell here, like at Woolworths, it's amazing.
I heard
Yeah, it's
that.
like $5 for a pack of these 5 thick boy slices of banana bread.
Oh my
And
god.
it's moist and perfect. It's just so good. You wouldn't believe it's like, like store bought.
He's just like, I'm gonna book the next flight to Australia right now. I'll just see you guys in a few hours.
Just to try that
I'm
delicious
so-
banana bread from Woolworths.
I still really need to make more banana bread. It's been a while.
Hmm.
I need to make the
Mm.
perfect
Yeah.
one so I can rub it in my friend's face. Who made shitty banana bread once.
Oh yeah, the one that said that the reason why her banana bread was dry is because she added chocolate chips, which makes zero sense.
If she knew a thing about
Bitch,
baking,
no.
she'd know better than this.
I told my mom that, and she was like, "No."
Your
Like, my
mother's
mom
just
was actually,
we
like-
do not associate with this person
If
anymore.
anything, it'd make it moister. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, go ahead.
We go to the Hunter's Guild.
Oh yeah, so you guys dig this pit out, put the remaining bits of the dragon you mean to, I suppose,
We kick it in,
sacrifice.
mafia
And then-
style.
You ignite the shit out of it and get it a biggity burning.
And off we go.
Yep.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
Yeah, you guys just walking away as this like black like smoke billows up behind you, and you're like, yeah, cool. But you've set it up in such a way that it's not going to go spreading out to like the
Yeah.
forest all around or the plains. So people are just going to walk by there and see this crater with this burned up thing in it and be like, what the fuck? So that's going to be fun for someone. So you guys head back to the City of Passage and head over to the Arrow Rock Hunters Co. Newly established. Ding.
Ding.
And head inside. There are a couple of people milling about. You see Barhagen is kind of like standing, like leaning with his backside against the desk, like the edge of the desk, while he's watching that same new guy, Milton.
It's Milton.
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 You see him, and he's trying to like properly attach an arrowhead, but like he's not holding it properly, and like he keeps like he sticks it at the top of the arrow and gets ready to like properly attach it, and then it falls off, and he's like, you can see him like blepping as he does, like in focus, like trying to like
Oh my god.
balance it atop the arrowhead and then slowly reach for like the
Someone
string
help
to
this
like
poor
properly
kid.
tie it together. And and then Barhagen's just sitting there with like half of his face in his hand, like just watching him do this. And you get the sense that maybe he's been sitting here for a couple of
Gonna
hours watching
approach
him
him
do
like
this.
while he's like mid face palming, just like
And Faye just,
does he need help?
Faye just walks in like, good news, everyone.
Good news, everyone!
Just kicks down the door like, hey guys, guess what? Guess what I brought in today?
Look what I have for show and tell.
I mean, that's just Faye's new gimmick with the guild, is that she just comes in with something new every time. She's like, guess what I just brought? Because every time she says she's brought like a dragon, like
Some
the corpse of
ridiculous
Lowell.
thing.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
ridiculous things. Just fucking fireman carried in that elk the other day, just like
this
plopped it onto
silver
the
elk. And then it's like, fucking hell, can you just
Chill.
bring us like a rabbit? Like something normal. So
Faye just
you bring in your dragon. But so as you approach, you go
Yeah.
and speak to Barhagen, like, hey, what's
yeah.
up? Barhagen like looks up from his hand at you, and you can see an internal sigh of relief, like, oh, thank God. Something to take me away from this, as Milton also looks up at you, and then the arrowhead falls off again. And Barhagen's like, yes, what can I help you with? Please.
Faye's just like, I brought in something new for you to, like a new project.
Excellent. Good, yes. So What is it?
And then I look over at Diana and I say, "Take it out."
Whip it out.
You whip it out. Yeah.
Do we do the head or the wings?
Oh well. Oh yeah.
Diana looks at Faye. The head or the wings? She's like,
both is good.
I thought Gunther was holding on to the head in his bag.
yeah, he was, but I assume like she means like Diana's help to take it out or something.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we
So what are we taking out? The head
get the head out of the
and
bag.
the wings. Both. Okay.
Yeah. I said both. Both is good.
Take out the big dragon head you've surgically removed, and pop it on top of the table, on his desk, and then you take out the wings as well. You've kind of kept them like you've had to tie rope around them to keep them like filled, like close up and wrapped together, because otherwise they just kind of like loosely spread out, and it's massive, the wingspan. Did we just lose someone, or was that me disconnecting?
That was
Oh,
me.
no, she's back.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, my call has been kind of skipping a bit,
Yeah.
a lot actually. So I've been having to hang up and like get back on. So if it keeps doing it, what we may have to do is like if it gets really bad, we may need to try out the main chat and see if that works just for tonight. I think it's just because of the connection here, and sometimes if I switch rooms, it's fine. Because one thing I've noticed is that like it's been doing this because a lot of times I'll be on Call of K. And it still is like really skippy, but if we go on to like our chat room, it's like perfectly fine. So
we can't watch
we'll see how
because of that.
I know it's kind of like sad, unfortunate, but we'll see how it goes. If it gets any worse, I'll let you guys know because it's like I can barely hear you, and then I notice that you guys can't hear me. So
Okay.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Fine. You just yeah.
Well, no, because sometimes I'll say something and then like I don't hear anyone, at all, and it's like the call kind of like temporarily dropped. So
well, when you speak, you do sound alright. So there's
yeah, that's what one thing Kay has been noticing. Is like it's like I sound fine, but I can barely hear anyone on my side for some odd reason. It's really weird, and I think it's just because we've been having crazy weather lately. It's been like really windy, and we've been having a lot of storms, a lot of blackouts, and everything. It's fine right now. It was really windy earlier today, so it could just be just that. So yeah. And also, it could also be the fact that Discord has been updating consistently lately. Consistently.
It's kind of annoying,
I
actually.
noticed that as well.
It's very annoying. And every time I've noticed that I get an update, it just gets worse every single time. It's annoying. So I'll just let you guys know if it gets worse or not. But anyways, continue.
So you plop the head of the dragon onto the desk, and you take out the wings, which are wrapped up in rope so they don't just spread out and open up. And you plop them on the desk as well. And you show these to Barhagen. And he's looking down at this rather large head that's sitting like atop his entire desk, and the wings that you've just propped up against the side. And he just slowly looks up at you and he goes, "What do you want me to do with this?"
Diana kind of like chimes in. So like, is there anyone here that can like put this thing turn the head into like a trophy sort of thing? Would like to hang it up on the wall.
Oh yeah,
was
she's
that?
gonna
I'm
love
sorry.
this.
It's skipping. I'm sorry.
She was just asking like, is there anyone here that can taxidermy this and turn it into a trophy?
Oh, okay.
Barhagen thought for a second and he said, "Oh yeah, she's gonna love this." And he directs you to down at the back of the hall. So there's the room that takes you out to Steve. There's another room, like a hall to the right that takes you to a different room. And he points you in that direction. He says, "Do keep in mind when you go in there, it's going to smell a bit. They have like embalming stuff, and it just kind of it smells a bit. So, yeah, maybe keep that in mind as you head down there. But down that hall, you'll find her there."
It's skipping really bad. I'm sorry, guys.
Do you want to switch?
It may be a good idea. Let's see if
try.
it's fine. Yeah, it's skipping really bad. Like right after that. Yeah. Okay.
How is
Is it
it?
any better?
It sounds a lot better already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's a lot better. Oh my god. Like I said, like it's really weird how that works. Like sometimes on call it skips, and then when I'm on like an actual chat call, it's different. So it's probably just gonna be like this for this week, and then next week it should be fine. So
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, I suppose we've been directed to the right place for dealing with the head. What is Faye doing with the thing?
I'm presenting this as like my trophy for because I have to present it every. Hold on, it's on my character sheet. Give me one sec. Because I actually wrote down everything. I have to provide a trophy every 3 months, so this is going to be my trophy for the next 3 months.
So, you guys head to the back room of the place that he's directed you to. Not Steve's room, but down the hall. And as you get closer to the door that's at the end of this hallway, you start to smell it a little more and a little more and a little more, like this embalming sort of stuff, like drying up. Similar to how jerky would dry, but not quite as pleasant. It's more like oils and stuff. And you open the door and you're hit with like a wall of it, and it almost makes you tear up. And when you look into the room, you see a series of creatures, like your silver buck that was there, the elk. You have that. That is now standing up on a sort of pedestal. I suppose kitted out with like grass and decorative stuff that makes it look like it's lifelike standing in the woods where you shot it. There are a whole bunch of other creatures there as well, and the half-orc woman that is doing all of this she has like a big brown apron on, and she's currently lifting like a wolf just by the chest, and she's kind of catching the light on it to sort of see like just the right way that it should be, its face should be. Like you can see her, like she's wearing like a bit of a mask over her nose and mouth, to prevent the fumes, I suppose, from irking her too much. But you can see beneath that mask, she's like pulling faces to try and like understand how the wolf is supposed to look in its pose. And she's just holding this like full-size wolf up there, Lion King style, and she looks over at you guys. And she's like,
is Moro there?
Moro wouldn't come down this hallway. The smell would be too much for him.
Oh, baby. Okay, that's probably for the best.
Yeah, he would kind of be.
Hey guys, I'll be right back because it's actually skipping again. So I'm gonna try restarting Discord and see if that helps.
Okay.
So sorry. Okay.
There she
Let's see if
is.
that helps. Let's see if that helps. If not, I have another solution. It's just switching onto my phone.
Okay.
That did work for me when I was struggling with it.
That is true.
Yeah, if it ends up like that, it's not that bad at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Anywho, so
Lazara shouts out, "Woo! It smells like death in here."
What?
The room that you guys are in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It does indeed smell terrible with all the taxidermy oils. You can see like across some of the tables that are there are these pots and jars that are open, and like the smell spewing out from them is
Gunther
atrocious.
just takes out a towel out of his bag to cover his face with.
Fair. You pull out one of these pink towels with duckies.
Yep,
covering your
that's
mouth.
exactly the ones.
Yep. Oh my god, that's beautiful.
What a callback.
I have two.
So, yeah, it's pretty smelly welly in here. But the half-orc woman who's sort of holding up this wolf lays the wolf down on the table again and walks over to you guys. And she points at you, Faye, and she kind of like almost towers over the rest of you. Like she's 6.5 feet tall.
Oh shit.
That's
like about Simon's size, right?
About Simon's size, yeah.
Shit.
She big. And she... Oh, is Lacey gone again?
It seemed like it started getting better all of a sudden, so I'm just gonna wait out just a little bit, but I may have to switch to my phone because it's still skipping. I can barely hear anything. I feel really bad having you guys switch back and forth and everything. I'm feeling really bad, but I can barely hear anything. I'm like, shit.
That's really weird because she sounds fine on this end. Like,
it's just I can't hear you guys for some odd reason. It's so weird.
That's I don't know.
Yeah.
I notice it's like a lot of the time, and I think it could just be because of like my connection and everything. But like when multiple people are talking, that's when it starts to skip out more. That's just what I've been noticing, but it could just be. But right now, it's actually okay. It's starting getting a little bit better. Maybe it just needed some time to kind of like warm up to being on call. So I don't know.
Oh, so the big lady.
Yeah, she's approaches.
Big lady approaches and she points at you, Faye, and she says, "Hey, you're the one that that brought in that silver elk over there."
That's right. Yes.
Awesome. Keep bringing in cool stuff like that. I like interesting shit that I can.
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
She says, "Keep bringing in cool stuff like that."
I gotta go grab my phone. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. Let's see if this works.
Can you hear us okay?
One sec. Okay, try now.
Hello?
Can you hear us okay?
I can hear you guys very quietly. It could just be my phone, though.
You sound a little bit quieter, but I mean, that is probably just the phone.
Yeah.
Are you using like an earphone or something?
I have my earphones in, and then I mean, there's nowhere I can really plug in a mic on my phone, so.
Yeah, you wouldn't need to. That's fine. You're just gonna have to have it like.
You guys sound a lot better, though. So.
Well, There we go.
When we go on break, I'm gonna try restarting my computer and see if that helps.
Yeah. Okay.
At least
Anyway.
I can raise the volume on you, and you should be good for them to hear at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, big lady.
So she approaches Faye
Mm-hmm.
and she says, "You're the one that brought in the that silver elk that one time."
Yeah, that was me.
And then she says, keep bringing in stuff like that. Like it I like having cool stuff that I can do shit with."
Dan is
I
like,
think
oh
you'll-
boy,
Yeah, you got some something.
we're about to
really
make your
cool.
day.
Yeah. We're just about to make your day, girl.
So, she like rubs her hands together, and she's like, "Oh, what have you got?"
And then I kind of turn to Diana. I'm like, go on, sure.
Yeah, because Diana just approaches Gunther and like tries to like take the fucking big ass dragon head out of the bag of holding.
Yeah, we just take it out.
All right, so you guys pull out the black dragon head. Like, as you like pull it out, holding it by the horns, like the jaw just kind of hangs agape. And the half orc just kind of like pulls her hair back into a ponytail, and she's like, "Oh fuck yeah!" And she goes over to like the biggest desk she has, on which she has like the wolf. She has like a couple of other things that like a fox and stuff like that. And she just takes them and moves them all aside and like ushers you over to like put it on the table. She's just rubbing her hands together.
But yeah, like we'd like to have that on a wall. How much would you charge for something like that?
She says, "Is it for you guys or is it for the guild?"
We do have something for the guild, but this one's for us.
This one's for you guys.
And then I pull out the wings. I said, this one's for the guild.
she has this big grin across her face. Like
I like her.
out from behind, like the
who's
master
Bo?
has.
No, I said I liked her. I didn't say I loved her. Sorry. Calm down. My goodness.
Reaction.
Dial it back like 10 steps there, buddy.
We just took it apart.
So,
Is what Gunther says.
she has this big smile on her face. You can see it peeking out from behind her little face mask. And she says, "Okay, one thing at a time. This is like the winter festival." And she takes it from you and sort of props them up against the wall in their own special area over by the side there. And she says, "Well, if this is for you guys, I'd say normally I'd do it for like 100 gold, something like that, for something this big. But because I really want to do this, I'll do it for 50."
Faye just slams it on the table.
Yeah.
Bitty gold. There you go. Make it work.
Very gladly, like, she just leaves it there on the table. Like, she doesn't even move it. She's too interested in actually working on this thing. She just leaves the gold there. She's like, awesome. Awesome. She's just still rubbing her hands together, looking at the black dragon head that's kind of sitting there, like all its teeth showing and like a bit of the blood kind of leaking out of its neck. And she's like, "Yeah, give me maybe a couple days, and I'll make it look real good."
No worries. There's no rush.
Take your time.
Excellent. She then like wipes her hands off on her apron. You can see like this viscous sort of fluid residue get like smeared across it. And then she extends a hand for a handshake. She says, "I'm Gararel."
Faye gives her a handshake. I'm assuming that our hands are probably equally as gory because we had just, skinned a dragon. Yeah, we didn't even wash off. So with like an equally gory hand, she like extends a hand and gives her a really gory handshake, and she's like, "I'm Faye."
Yeah, you guys share a very sticky handshake.
A lot of sticky handshakes are done in this room apparently, because last time I gave Milton a sticky handshake here too.
So
that's just how people in this guild. Yeah.
So yeah, you guys shake hands. She's like not quite as heavy built as Tuazar, but I mean she's up there.
It's
so
fine.
when she
I love
shakes your hand, like it could break your wrist.
She loves all her cream babies.
She has like a scar that goes down the right side of her face from like her jaw down like halfway down her neck. And she has like sort of piercings in her ear, these golden rings. And really like equally as piercing blue eyes. And her hair kind of pulled back into a ponytail right now. But you could see it's kind of like cut short, almost just above her shoulders normally, that just kind of hangs freely and loose. Kind of like how Faye's hair is, but like more strewn about and black.
Oh.
But yeah, she has it pulled back in a ponytail right now, but she shakes your hand very excitedly, like the kid that's just gotten a new toy at Christmas. Like she's, oh boy, she gonna have fun taxidermy. Yeah. And she points at the wings and she says, "So this one's for the guild?"
Yes, those are for the guild. The head is for ours, unfortunately, but I'm sure if we ever get in our dragon head, we can maybe see if we can bring one here for you guys eventually.
She has a big smile on her face and she's like, "Oh, dude."
Would not be the first time we encountered a dragon, so
yeah. Every time you end up having something like this, a dragon head or a part of something that's really cool.
Quick question. I know that we already kind of skinned Lolth, but do we still have like remnants of Lolth in our bag?
Miscellaneous bits.
I don't know if
I feel like that one might be a little bit creepier. She might think that's like an actual murder scene.
Yeah. Just the top half of this dark elf woman.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit.
Like, we have this body. She's like, oh!
It was a bottom half though. We didn't take like the top half.
Yeah, you
we
left
just
the top half.
It's okay. It's a dark elf. Nobody cares about dark elves.
That's racist.
The people that do care negatively.
The race that we just helped get up to the surface, nobody cares about them. Like, wow, okay. In the distance, like all the dark elves we just helped, they're like, oh, feel betrayed. Top 10 anime betrayals.
And so the uprising began. She excitedly turns around and starts having a good inspection of the head of the black dragon there. And she says, "Definitely, if you find any more cool stuff, bring it by here, and I'll make trophies of it. And it'll be so good. Please."
Will do. Like I said, we encounter a lot of crazy stuff, so you will definitely see some more, crazy stuff from us in the near future.
she still has a massive grin underneath her little mask.
She's like, I like this group. This group right here. These are my friends. I like them.
I hope they don't die.
So they can keep bringing me shit. But yeah, almost immediately, like she goes in and like scoops out the eyes and just starts getting to work. And you guys have been in there for a while now, so I'll get everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do I get advantage?
Oh.
Advantage that was covering my face.
Oh, thank
Yes,
God.
you do.
I always fail my
Hooray!
Constitution save.
Oh, you guys gotta hear the rolls on my side. I am so sorry.
I didn't.
Like I said,
So-
I'll restart my computer and see if that does anything. Maybe I'll restart
Alrighty.
my router on break.
Yeah.
So you guys are all like, you've had some bad smells before. Like you can pretty much handle it. So, but you do get the sense that like maybe standing around in here without any like kind of face mask or anything, just it might not be a good idea. So maybe you guys should get the fuck out of that room.
Yeah, we should leave Daryl to her stuff.
She
Yeah.
seems
She
busy.
seems really into it now. Like she's just dove into that project. So.
We should go clean ourselves up, maybe.
Might be a good idea.
Gunther's just
I-
impersonation himself.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I presume that Gunther would have like done prestidigitation as they were leaving the burning site.
Yeah.
Oh, I just like to think that like
I mean,
I
he
at
did
least
it on
kept that
himself.
glory. Yeah. I mean, I just said that we had a really gory handshake, so
Yeah, I mean, Gunther would have cast it on himself. I don't
Yeah.
know if he would have cast it
Yeah.
on anyone else.
like
Unless-
so Gunther.
Just. What do you mean?
Just like,
Please
Be more
Clean us.
specific.
clean us.
Take your bath yourself.
Jesus. And so the party turned on him and slaughtered Gunther in the street.
I mean, if
Oh,
you
that's all
ask,
right. We can.
if you ask
That's all right, we
nicely,
can all
you'll
go-
do it.
No, that's all right. We can all go to the Bat's house together, and Gunther can just be by his lonesome for the rest of his life.
The rest of his life.
like, oh no, they left to get cigarettes and they never came back.
Gunther's just been waiting at the scabbard.
Just like they never come back.
But little,
Return from the wall.
little does he know is that
They're like-
I cast invisibility on everyone.
They're like always in communication with Eris, so that they only show up when Gunther's not there.
Just like that petty.
Yeah, as soon as he leaves, Eris just like, okay, he's gone, and then everyone drops from like the ceiling. Like, thank God.
But yeah, if you just ask Gunther for him to do that, he probably will do it.
I just did, and you said go take your own bath.
I was joking.
I imagine like Dan and Lasarel were like halfway to the fucking bathhouse.
Just going.
I mean, I hate that spell. The name is too stupid.
The name is awful. It took me forever to practice that name and get it right.
We've been playing for more than
Yeah.
a year, and I still can't pronounce it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a headache.
It's a bitch.
But yeah,
We'll just call it Presto.
yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
said
I
last
I
time.
cast Presto.
I'll just cast Presto on everyone there.
Excellent.
Okay.
So you cast Presto on everybody and clean them all up. And everybody is good to go now and be out into the eyes of the public without people staring.
I mean,
When
any
did
harder than they
like
already were.
everyone what?
I feel like Faye has just already made a reputation of
People on
walking
the street
around
like,
the
where are
town
those guys
all
just
bloody.
Yeah, you guys walk into the guild soaked in blood, and then you walk out totally clean, and they're just like,
Like what the fuck?
What's your
Wearing the
secret?
same clothes too, like
What's their secret? Magic.
Vanish.
Damn the dirtiest thing. So, you guys leave the guild, and where would you guys like to go now?